So, good evening, good evening, good evening. We are back again. We're going to talk about the Glazers and how they've had everybody running around, hyped, thinking that they're going to sell the football club, only for it to come out that it don't look like it's ever been for sale. Man United are actually finished at the highest end of elite level football. It's kind of sad to see, really, because I grew up on that rivalry, Arsenal-Man United, but it does look like the whole time these Glazers are staying here, that Man United are never going to be a serious outfit. But before we get into talking about this, I've got a website, Football 365. I'm going to read out the whole article because it's got quite a lot of quotes from Ten Hag and from various other people as well. So I'm going to go through that with a fine-tooth comb in a minute. But I want to divert your attention to tonight on this channel. I will be doing the Nottingham Forest Sheffield United watch along. Also tomorrow, Man City Newcastle watch along, live and direct on this channel. Also Sunday, West Ham versus Chelsea watch along, live and direct on this channel. I've also got a video dropping on the main channel as soon as you finish watching this. Press conference reaction for Arsenal's game against Crystal Palace on Monday night, which again, I'll be doing a watch along on that channel. 4 watch alongs, 4 days. That's how we roll. And I'm also live with Rants and Bants on his YouTube channel, 5 p.m. UK time. And then on my channel, the main channel, 7 p.m. UK time tonight with Henry Wright TV. So you got loads of content from me coming over the next couple of days. So make sure you are sticking a like on the video. Muchas gracias to all of you lot. Nearly on 19.5K. Come on, let's get this done, people. I want 20K boxed off by the weekend. End of the weekend, I want 20K. So let's get this done. Make sure you are fully sharing the content around. Leave your comments and supers down below as well. Appreciate everyone who does do that. But let's read this article out. Very interesting. Manchester United bidder Sheikh Jassim is now worried that the Glazers will not sell the club despite months of negotiations, according to reports. The United owners, the Glazer family, are weighing up offers from the club, from Qatari banker Sheikh Jassim and Sir Jim Ratcliffe, the founder of a chemicals firm Ineos. The Glazers first indicated they could sell by initiating a strategic, I'll get my words out, review last November, but the bidding process has dragged on. Reports over the last month have suggested Sheikh Jassim's bid, which is for 100% of the club, is now most likely to be accepted. Sources close to the Qatari bid have indicated their eagerness to close the deal, with the summer transfer window being open for a while. However, a takeover before the end of the transfer window seems virtually impossible, with reports now doubting that the Glazers intend to sell the club at all. Manchester Evening News insists that Sheikh Jassim is still awaiting a response from the Glazer family to his submission to buy the Premier League club, and sources have told them that there is now a real concern that the US owners have no intention of selling. In a recent book, Grit, Rigor and Humour, the Ineos story, Ratcliffe admitted United, the vested interests of 6 siblings, has now been an issue during discussions to buy the club. The men wrote the book last month. The men wrote last month that the financiers on Wall Street also believed the New York Stock Exchange should apply pressure on the Glazers to make a decision to avoid the process dragging on with shares traded. That's a great point, by the way, because shares are being traded left, right, and centre. There's an awful lot of people making money out of this, mainly the Glazers. Anyway, there is a surprise at the absence of any clarification or communication since the process begun. And the New York Stock Exchange figures have taken a dim view of share price fluctuations on the basis of a rumor, which is a great point. A financial source claimed figures connected to the Rain Group, the investment banking firm hired by the Glazers, believe that they've been tasked with selling something that isn't really for sale. This is mad, I can't lie. Man United boss Erik Ten Hag has said that he remains neutral on any potential takeover and continues to focus on the team. He said, I focus on my job, and that is to improve the team, Ten Hag said at the end of July when asked about the takeover situation. I have to do my work to sign the players, and I have to do my work in a way of play and focus on my area. That's what I've done, so I don't get distracted for any of the strategic reviews. That is what others in the club deal with, not me. And he then continues on and says, we have a good information line. We're sharing the information, so I know where I am and I can focus on my job. Most of the times, the information is going over to Richard Arnold or John Murtagh. But sometimes we also have direct contact, as you have seen in New York. This is mad. I can't lie. And I'll be honest with you here. Listen, I'm not Stan Kroenke's biggest fan. Yeah, and ideally, I'd like an owner like Sheikh Mansour, somebody like that actually cares. And this is the problem. It's not just American owners, but mainly American owners. They genuinely are only there for the money. Yes, my club have now started investing money, albeit it's their own money. It's not out of their own pockets. It's the club money, which is cool. I'm cool with that. Yeah, as long as we're spending money, I'm happy with that. Man United have always spent money. The problem with Man United is that the Glazers ain't interested in winning anything. They're just there for the TV money, the Champions League money, lowering the wage bill. The wage bill's down nearly 2 million since Ten Hag's been there. And before that, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer had the wage bill dropped twice out of the 3 years he was there. It only went back up to a normal level because Ronaldo signed. So it's a cost-cutting exercise. Get as much money off the wage bill as possible. I've seen a lot of people saying the same about Greenwood. You know, yes, there is better footballers on the planet than Mason Greenwood. So why have Man United not signed him? Because again, it's a cost-cutting exercise. He's on 75 grand a week. He's in no position to barter and try and get a new deal. And if he does come back into the team, it saves Man United going out and buying a 50, 60, 70, 80 million pound player and then paying him 200-300 grand a week. So again, a cost-cutting exercise. Regardless of whether you think Greenwood's good or not, there are better players out there. And the problem with the Glazers is the people that, you know, turn up at the stadium every week, the people that buy the shirts every week. Now, it's all well and good crying Glazers out, but then you go and give them £1,000 for a season ticket. We had this with the Kroenke out movement. You want the owner out, but then you go and pay him money. I don't like you, but here's another £1,000. I don't like you, but I'm going to pay for another shirt. I don't like you, but I'm going to buy a hot dog and a drink in the stadium. Yeah, I don't like you, but I'm going to buy the program as well. Like, make this make sense. At the end of the day, if I sell this bottle of water, and I'm a shop owner, and I sell this bottle of water that you can barely see because of the green screen, and I sell this bottle of water for £1. But for you come in my shop every single day, and you buy a bottle of water for £1. But half of the time you buy it, it tastes like dog shit. And the other times that you buy it, the other half, it tastes nice. But you keep coming back. But then the following year comes, and I pull it up to £2 a bottle. And same again. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. But you keep coming back. Then the next year I pull it up again. And you keep coming back. Who's the problem here? Is it you that's coming back? Or is it me for putting the prices up? Do the math, people. The only way to get rid of an owner out of a football club, it's very difficult. I must admit, it is very difficult. People have got an emotional attachment to their football club. I get that. We all have. Anyone who supports a football team, you're emotionally connected in some way, yeah, to the club. I don't get so much emotionally attached to individual footballers or employees of the football club because they're dispensable. You can get rid of them. You can rehire other staff. But the actual club will stay standing. So, for me, you can get rid of an owner, but you have to hit them where it hurts. And that is the money side of it. Don't go to the games. Empty out the whole stadium. Watch how quick they start getting their backsides in gear. Watch how quick they start getting shook. Watch how quick they start realizing, oh, hang on a minute. We've upset everyone here. It works with managers. It can work with an owner. You stop going week in, week out. But the problem is, Man United and Arsenal, since the COVID era, yeah, when nobody was allowed to go football, them two clubs have absolutely nailed and mastered the arts of playing on emotions. Playing on emotions. Why do you think Garnacho starts football matches? Ain't because he's any good, because he really ain't. Now, of all the footballers I've seen in my lifetime, and I've seen some bad boy footballers in my lifetime, old man, 41, he's nowhere near good enough for Man United. But again, it gets there, but oh my God, look, we got a guy who can run fast in straight lines and might score a goal every now and again. As a funky Barney, he's got his teeth fixed. Job done. Oh my God, yes, Garnacho. Rashford coming out with all the PR. How's that going to work when Greenwood goes back in the team, by the way? Because Marcus Rashford is the PR puppet for Man United. So I'm not quite sure where he sits with this one. But when you've got players and managers that fans are now emotionally attached to, they're going to turn up to the game. Oh, I get to see Garnacho. I get to see Rashford. Oh, my God, I get to see Bruno. Yeah, and cool, you want to watch your football team live. I get that. We've all wanted to. We've all been there, done it, tried it, or want to. Yeah, but at the end of the day, you've got to look at the good and the great. And the good and the great going forward for Man United is not that Glazer family owning that football club. Yeah, I can see that as an Arsenal fan. Yeah, I want Man United to be great again. I want Arsenal to be great again. I enjoyed that battle back in the day. Wenger, Fergie, King, Vieira, battle at Old Trafford, Pizzagate, the whole thing. It was insane. And the only way Man United get rid of that ownership is to not spend a penny on that football club en masse. But unfortunately, it ain't going to happen because there's way too many people that sit crying on the internet about the Glazers and then go and pay them money to go and watch the games, have their burgers at the ground and their hot dogs and buy bottles of water for £3 a pop, pints for 5, 6, 7 quid a pop, T-shirts for 80 quid a pop. And yes, I know Adidas, I think you're sponsored by. I know Adidas have already paid the money, but every name and number on the back of the shirt, Man United get every penny of that. And they get about 5-10% of the shirt sales. So when you're going out there actively spending money on that football club, you're giving it to the Glazers that you don't like. Why would you do that? If you go into a restaurant and you have a bad meal, you're not likely to go back again. Even if you've been going there for a couple of weeks and you've had nice meals. But then if you are going back there again, you're now the problem. The same with the bottle of water. I keep putting the price up, but you keep buying it. So I'm going to keep doing it. You're the problem. Man United fans, not all of them, not putting you all in the same bracket, but all the ones that are Glazers out and then actively turn up every week at that stadium or buy the shirts. Yeah, I'm sorry, you are part of the problem because you ain't getting rid of them all the time. You're giving them your money. Make it make sense. But anyway, it is what it is. It isn't my football club, although I would like Man United to be back on the top echelons of football because I'd like my club to be there. We're trying. We are actively trying. But we'll see what Man United do. Whether they're up for sale or not remains to be seen. The Glazers have made an absolute fortune out of trading stocks and shares and all of that. And it wouldn't surprise me one bit if they don't sell the club. It's been going on for, nearly a year? 8 months, 9 months now? It's not happening, people. It's not happening. But anyway, listen, you all have a blessed day. I'm going to drop a video about the press conference that my manager's done. So make sure you keep your eyes peeled for that. That'll be out in about 15 minutes after you end this. I'm also going to be back with rants at 5 p.m. on his channel, Henry Wright at 7 p.m. on my channel, UK times, of course. And then straight after that, I'm on here doing a watch along for Nottingham Forest, Sheffield United. So plenty more to come from me today. You all have a wonderful day. Smash the like button. Come on, get me up to 20k. I want this channel to be the main channel, people. I am bored of getting angry about Arsenal. So if you can help me get to 50, 60, 70, 80k, then this channel can be the main channel. I can just upload a few things on that, which would be great because I actually am de-stressed when I speak about other clubs. And when I speak about my club, again, it comes back to being emotionally invested in my football club. I hate the way my club's gone. So I get more angry over it, more passionate over it. But anyway, leave your comments and super chats down below. Share the content around. That always helps. And yeah, let me know your thoughts on all of that. Are the Glazers going to sell the club or are they just fiddling everything? And who's the problem here? Is it the Glazers or is it the people still spending money on them? Let me know. Adios, amigos. Ciao.